district.
Okay, so it's like the district doing the hiring.
Yes.
Okay.
The school district's work is the one that is in charge of hiring. What the school principals and assistant principals do is more of recommend you for hire.
Okay.
And then from there, the process takes itself. So I got the job. Very excited. That was around, I remember it was around May.
Yeah.
May, June. So I was very excited. And I was even preparing to get the funds needed to... At the time, I didn't have all the passports for my kids, and I didn't want to leave them behind because for me, family is everything, and it comes fast. I said I will go to wherever I will go with them.
Okay.
So I started spending some money to ensure all this paperwork is also at par. I had to apply for the birth certificates and everything. And now I asked them, what is the next step?
Okay.
They told me, okay, we will do some background checks and then we will get back to you and let you know. Then I kept on telling them, but I'm not in the United States, I'm in Kenya, so I will need visa sponsorship. And for me to be able to come there, I will need to be sponsored and to be authorized to work in the United States. So they told me we'll work around that and we'll let you know. In the process, a month is gone. The second month is here. Then I asked them, okay, how far is the process? Because now I have the job offer.
Yeah.
And I'm also trying to think of when I need to offer my resignation, because I have never really believed in banging doors.
Yeah.
I believe in closing them softly so that in case you need to open them again,
you come back.
You can come back. I actually believe I can go back to my previous employers and I could apply again and they could take me back, because I left in good faith, and I really left everything in order, and it was for career progression. And that is something that I encourage everyone to do, because if you're going to leave a place and you leave everything upside down, then that speaks to the kind of person that you also are. Because if you're a teacher and you deal with students, it's not the same as somebody who works in a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
Because in a mechanic shop, you can wake up one morning and you're gone and they get someone else. But when you're dealing with people's children, you have to take the due process of saying, okay, I'm going to be living in this time frame.
Yeah.
So back to resigning.
Yeah, now 2 months have gone.
2 months have gone. Then I asked them, what's the process? Guess what? They tell me, sorry, we have really tried and we just learned that we are not able to proceed forward because you don't have the visa and we are not able to sponsor one at this time. And sorry, we have to rescind you off.
Where do you start now? You had put all your hopes there.
That night I remember getting back to my facilitator who was helping me to do the process. And he was like, also, I really don't know from this point what we can do, because this is what I knew. And again, I came here a really long time ago. And the processes have changed. And the people who are doing that now don't know much of how they are going to go through that. That hit me. Remember, you are really excited. You've already obtained this job, and that is now back to why I told you most people don't normally say that these things are going on.
Yeah.
Because when they fail, you have to go back and start explaining to everyone why it failed and why you're not going. So I started asking myself questions. Maybe I was never meant to go.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why should I continue applying and maybe get a similar response? And then I started asking myself, maybe I should have applied to Australia. Maybe that is where I was meant to go. Why did I stop that process? Because I stopped it immediately. I was given a job offer. I told them, okay, sorry, I may not continue the application process because I've gotten another opportunity at the moment and I may not continue to engage you. So I got really stressed out. And that night I sat down, I took my computer, and then I started searching school districts that sponsor H1B. Because I at least knew what I wanted. I knew I needed the H1B.
Yeah, you had known the process.
Because I've already done the exam, all I need is a district that will sponsor. I said, regardless of where in the United States, I'm willing to go because I want to experience that life and see for myself how things are done.
So you moved out of Kansas?
So I moved out of Kansas. So when I was searching, that is when the current school district that I'm in popped up on that list. And then there was a nice video on YouTube on school district that sponsor H1B. That night, I remember sleeping at 3 a.m. I started the application. This time I didn't even count how many pieces of information I need to provide. That I was certain that I will only go to bed once I have it submitted.
So you did the application in one night.
I did it in one night.
But it's easier now because you had almost all that you needed.
I have all the documents. I actually had really organized them in a very nice way. And now it's simply having that done. But even though you have all the documents, still is a process. Even actually, when you finish and you want to submit, there is another test that you have to do, which has got like close to 40 minutes. They actually even tell you if you don't have enough time, don't do it. I said, no, I have to do it right now.
And is there application fees when you're applying to? So applications are free?
The applications are free.
Okay. Somebody may ask, what is the if I'm sitting down to do the application, but this is a homework that everybody who's curious should go and find out. But what are you doing, filling out in that application?
So in the application, you will fill out your personal information, your teaching experiences, your educational background. It's more of what you have on your resume. You get to fill out all those information. And then you also get to fill out, there is some section where they call it declarations, like, have you ever been involved in this? Have you ever been dismissed? Have you ever done this? So you have to fill that one out. You have to fill the section of references, who will be contacted. And one of the challenges that I faced at the time is because some of my references who had been contacted previously were my current supervisors. And it felt so it felt so weird that I was to go back again and tell them, okay, now, again, I need you to do another reference. And I didn't want to really make it look so desperate, and I was already working well. I didn't have any problem. The only thing I wanted was like really to try out a new life and explore, because I was still young in the career and I wanted to look at it like where I want to see myself in the next few years. And I needed that exposure, because the moment you moved out of your village, you moved out of your city and went to another place, you never the same again. So I needed that exposure. So back to the application.
The night is gone, 3 a.m.
The night is gone, 3 a.m. And then, boom, the submission is done. And then 2 days, I get an email. Thank you for application. We have received your file and it's under review. 1 more day, then I get another email. Hi, I'm reaching out because we have a human resource interview coming up. Are you available? I'm like, what? This one is moving so fast. Because the other one had waited for so long. I was like, and wherever, I don't know, this feeling of when you're applying to something, even your brain starts to check out. You start feeling the anxiety. You're waiting. I kept on checking my emails. I remember, kept refreshing and checking, even the spam box, checking whether something has been sent.
Keep refreshing every second.
And checking, that anxiety, like, has something been sent and I've not checked? So I received the email and they're like, we need to do a quick phone interview before we make you available. Not because I had a clear vision of like how things are going to move and already from the previous experience, though I was still having those doubting voices, like, could it go the same way? But I'd already checked that they sponsor, so at least I knew they sponsor, so whatever happens. So
in the previous school, you had not checked if they
I had not checked because I didn't know, and whoever was doing it had done it so early, they didn't also know that the process have changed.